Good morning. What is good, everybody? This is Doc Beba Crealities. Hope you are doing well. And today we're doing something that we don't usually do, and I think this is a first for us on YouTube. And we tend to do this a lot more on Instagram. But as you know, we just got back from recently. We just got back from Italy, and by the time you watch this video, we're gonna be right in Mexico City in Central America with some amazing friends toy hunting. But I wanted to do something different, which is you and me, just talking, maybe, I don't know, for maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, this gorgeous, handsome face, and showing you some of the unboxing that we did. What the heck? It's too early, I haven't had my espresso yet. Some of the things that we found, and we're gonna do an unboxing right now. So this big box has friends, and I wanted to share some of the things that came from Italy, Spain, and other awesome places. So, shall we? All right, guys, and so here's the first of the line. Now, what I'm about to show you is something that we get immediately super happy when we find it because they're extremely rare, but also super depressed because they sell like this. And yeah, so let me show you. But before I go into that, we also, don't get me wrong, I don't get depressed because it's so fast. Actually, yes, because I'm a collector too. So yeah, we get depressed. We know that, right? We always find that grail, and if you happen to sell toys like us, but part of our proceeds support non-killing shelters, veterans, survivors of domestic violence, you can appreciate the following. So there's this line made by this company called VIR, V-I-R, in Spain, and they call Temblores, or Los Temblores. If you don't know Temblor, picture pet monster, but like this. Now, the Temblores line have multiple versions and multiple variants, and they look like this. They are freaking beautiful and amazing. Look at that little guy right there. But the cool thing about this line is that they have multiple variants and multiple colors and variations. And they actually made, I believe, 3 types. The giant one, actually no, more than that. They have the giant one, which I will say this one, a middle size, and then a smaller size like a baby. And they also did something called a murciélago. So today I want to show you 4 of the rarest, or in my opinion, hardest to find. They will start with the blue. I think the blue is the most common one, I would say, that people tend to see more when when you go to toy shows or really rare shows type of thing. So this is the blue one. The second one, I will say, and I'm doing it in terms of, I think, from my expertise when we hunt, in terms of how rare they are. One more thing is that the Giants Temblores, and correct me if I'm wrong, they also have a music box, and every single one that I'm going to show you actually works. But just in case we don't get YouTube prohibitive because of the music or copyright, we're not gonna play it. But yeah, so this one I would say this is the second one that is the rarest in that family and that line. So this is the rare one. Hi. Oh, perdón. Hola. Because it's Spanish, right? From Spain. And then I would say the hardest one to get out of them all is this guy, the green variant. And this, and by the way, all of them comes with chains. You tend to see them with a metal chain, or sometimes you will see them with a plastic chain. And so this little guy, I would say, will be in the hardest one to get, or the hardest one to track down in the line of Temblores. Now there is one that even that it's you have to get lucky or play the lotto, but thankfully we work with amazing hunters from all around the world that help me find track down the other one, which is the murciélago, the murciélago temblor. Now for this little guy, is incredibly hard to find. I would say super omega expensive, but don't worry. And they also come with a sound box, and he actually works too, by the way. And they make this little noise when you move them. And another thing about him, he also has another variant, another color, and I believe it's more like a green, dark brown, I've seen him, or black color. And so this is the murciélago as well. So I'm gonna miss you so much. We'll see. But anyways, I wanted to show you some of the, the amazing line of the Temblores. Hi guys, and we are back, and Temblores, man, whew, what a line. But this next one, it's horrifying. The best way possible. So I want to apologize in advance to all my wrestling friends and colleagues, but there's a story to tell. I believe in Spain, some time ago, they have the WWE or WWF WCW, however you want to call it, they had the license to create wrestlers. And they created a few giants. They created, I believe, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ultimate Warrior, and Hulk Hogan. Now, that license was lost, I think, per our research, or it was immediately removed or lost or what have you. And so immediately overnight, this line of wrestlers became super rare in that sense. Other people have theorized that because of the way that they look, they didn't sell well, and therefore, for that reason, frankly, you tend to find them in Spain, UK, France, and I would dare to say Berlin, Italy. And so, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna show you. So prepare yourself for the 1970 wrestling vibe of WWF. First, let's begin with the Ultimate Warrior. I don't even know how to explain the audacity, the audacity, is that a word? Yeah, of this bad boy. But this thing is gonna hunt your dreams, guys. This is absolutely crazy, but this is the Ultimate Warrior, Spain. And right now, you know, they are considered now KO, knockoff, whatever you want to call them, but look at that face, right? It's absolutely incredible. Now check this out. It gets worse, right? Are you ready for the 1970s? Are you ready for the stash? Remember the stash? Now, one of the greatest wrestlers, in my opinion, solo wrestlers, is Jake the Snake Roberts. And so I want to introduce you 1970, Jake the Snake Roberts. Look at that stash.
Oh my gosh. Look
at that hair. Oh my God, man. I'm kind of jealous. That hair, that stash. Now, here, the next one, here's a shout out to my buddy Pixel Dan. Because in one of the videos from Pixel Dan, he actually did, in one of his videos, he talked about the horrifying look of this next character, which is Hulk Hogan. And I told you, Pixel Dan, that I will find him and I will bring him. But I think there's something wrong with this Hulk Hogan. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I need you to guess what the heck is wrong with this Hulk Hogan. It's absolutely incredible, insanely rare, extremely hard to find.
It's like super caffeinated.
I thought worse, but Mrs. Doc has a good point, or Miss Popples or Beba has a good point. But I think he's super hyped. He's just so excited.
Look how excited he is.
He's so excited because all the toys he's surrounded himself with. So, anyways, this is the crazy line of wrestlers that we were able to track down from Spain. Alrighty, folks, and the next line that I want to talk about is a line called Zappos, frogs, ranas, toads, in a way. And so TMNT, we all know it's a line that is incredibly popular all around the world. And in our travels, we have seen in Colombia, we have seen TMNT Colombian style, we have seen TMNT Argentina style, we have seen TMNT in Brazil. And don't get me wrong, some of them are playmates, and some of them are like variants, and some of them, like, you know, we all know that TMNT has some variants in the UK. But international, as we have traveled, we have seen unrecognized variants and unrecognized weirdness. Talking about those weirdness type of thing, now imagine if TMNT evolved into frogs, toads, similar to Battletoads. I want to introduce to you a very hard line to find called Zappos. This line, I don't even know how to explain it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful line. And look at those toes, look at those arms. But here's the kicker, guys. The best part about it, they come with hair. They actually have hair. Now, they made the 4 Zappos. Each, they have their own color, and they set of weapons. They tend to come with a shield or a sword of some kind. And they also have their own version of a shredder, which is a different type of Zappo or frog or toad that is even harder to find, extremely expensive, and it's actually poisonous to them. So these guys actually have their own story and everything else. But wait, as they say, there's more. Now, everybody knows that the best turtle there is Donatello. That's just facts. There's no even, we don't even need to argue or discuss it. But this is also the Zappo's version of the line, and this is supposed to be their version of Donatello in a way. And Donatello comes with a shield, and again another piece of the weapon itself sometimes is worth more than the actual figure because they're that hard to find. But I also wanted to show, you know, Donatello, aka Zappo, Donnie-ish, and of course the best Zappo there is out of all of them. So pretty gnarly, pretty insane stuff, huh? That's pretty cool. It's like All right, folks, and they say, what is the old adage, the old terminology, the old saying, leave the best for last? Is that still a thing, Beba? The best for last?
Last but not least, or
last
say,
but not least.
say the best for last.
Say the best for last. That's a good one. And so this next line is, in my opinion, and I'm not being biased here, but everybody loves pet monsters. I love pet monster, but when you talk about the Defensores and Naturaleza, that's another game. And the Defensores and Naturaleza is a line made by Veer, similar to the Temblores. They also from España or Spain. And it's a line that had a very, very limited run. Early 90s, late 80s, conceptualized, early 90s, very limited run. And they made three variants, and they represent each of the elements of the earth: sky, earth, and water, I believe. And so I'm going to show you the versions of the Defensores, but I also want to talk about how, you know, they tend to be incredibly rare. So the most common Defensor that we see is El Águila. And by the way, this Defensor, for example, the Águila, they also have a mechanism. They talk and they actually work, but again, copyrights to YouTube. We don't want to show we're not playing any songs. So we will be doing the demo. But I wanted to show you how the Defensores look. And I also wanted to give you his, you know, the Águila comes with a cape. And they are
his toes. Let me see his toes.
Yeah, and you can see his little feet. These little claws. And again, this is a line that is it's incredibly hard to find. And so, but if you travel, meet, you know, connect with amazing people, this is what gets to happen. And so we're super excited that the Águila is here. And they'll have their own unique names. For example, this guy's name is Uran, and he's one of my favorites. Now we're gonna move on into the other version of the,
so that one was air.
That's
This is
air.
the Águila.
This is Uran, and this is Tecan. Tecan, he is more of the earth. He looks like I would say
Like a monkey.
like a monkey per se, the best way to describe it. And Tecan, it's more of the earth. And
Let me see his hands.
and so you can see his hands right here, his little claws. He has the logo and everything else. So Tecan, his toes, claws, and everything. So Tecan, in this perspective, I would say is number 2 in how rare and difficult he is to find. But you tend to see them out there. They are out there. But again, poof, you know, they go for a premium, and also again, you know, insanely difficult to obtain. But it's possible. Now, the next one, it's, in my opinion, you might as well just buy lottery scratches. You have a better chance to find them out there. That's pretty much every collector that collects Defensores. Because this one is the element of water, and as I read and understood, it was the last of the line. I think it was one of the most difficult molds to sculpt and to do, and because of that, they decided, you know, it became insanely rare, and I think it's also expensive. And his name is Oton. He is the element of water. He represents the element of water. This actually also talks, and his mechanism still works. And wanted to show you how his claws, his feet, and the way that he looks from the back. And he also has the swimming scales, kind of like, again, because he represents the scales. What do you call this, Beba? En español. Las alitas. The fins, there you go. Las alitas de nadar, or the fins. And so this is how, you know, how he looks. And this is Oton, the element of water. And so he represents the element of water, and is an incredible, amazing piece. So with that being said, What was your favorite out of all the ones that I show? Leave in the comments, because I'm really interested. Leave in the comments. Now, if you're wondering, Doc, how can I get a hold of you? Definitely on Instagram, definitely on YouTube. We're also on Whatnot, so we put our information in the description that you can always, you can always follow us. By the moment you watch this video, we're gonna be in Mexico, so it's gonna take us a while, but we will be back November 11 or 12 around that time for our show, and we can talk about all of these things. We also want to say thank you in advance to all the toy hunters from all around the world, from all the people that helped us put this together. My folks from Spain, Italy, Germany, you know who you are, and we really appreciate you so much because we can't do this without you. Thank you so much for believing in our mission. Thank you so much for supporting this crazy endeavor of us traveling the world, finding the weirdest and the rarest toys, selling them, and part of our proceeds goes to support charity. We cannot say thank you enough. Love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Till next time. Bye. Can you say bye? Bye. Bye.